Alright guys, it's Shalom with the Paradox Gaming Network, and today I am doing a review of a game called Vertigo FPS. It's a interesting sort of game. It's a first-person shooter with a really interesting rule in the mix. Before I begin, I got to do a disclaimer of compensation. I was given a free copy of this game to review. This is due to my work with a website called Hoovit. So I needed to make sure that I threw this right at the beginning. Now, Vertigo FPS, it's a first-person shooter in development. It's actually in the early access category on Steam. It's an interesting take on that FPS game, like I said, where you can actually flip to any surface and make that your ground. So it's really pulling that, that Matrix scene where everybody jumps and then they land on the ceiling with their feet and then they're upside down. But you can do this to any wall. Really cool aspect. Like, it's a really interesting thing to build an FPS around. The problem is that that's really the only thing novel about this game. You guys know that I grade games on 4 categories, the first being graphics, and there's nothing even remotely impressive about the graphics in this game. They're going to need a lot of spit and polish to even make this game playable. Even on fantastic graphics, the graphics are pretty poor. You'll see that in just a second when I jump into the game for a demo. And then it's basically like copy pasta, one block over and over and over again, and I'll show you guys that as well. For the soundtrack, questionable. They are using an NCS release, a non-copyright sounds song, right on their front page. That's a big red flag to me, just in the way that they would do business, because as you can see, they link the track information. But it's not legal to use NCS music in a commercial product without a commercial license. And then if you had a commercial license, you wouldn't be using this type of disclaimer. You would list the commercial license in the credits. So this instantly throws a red flag for me for this company and the way they're doing business. And then beyond that, the game sounds are pretty meh. You guys will hear that when I jump into the game. As far as the immersion, there's no campaign mode, so I don't even know what the story is. There's different factions you can pick. I don't even understand why I'm picking a faction. The bot AI is horrible. They'll just stand there, both your teammates and the ones you're shooting. You'll be shooting them in the head and they won't respond. The laws of combat are bizarre. You can shoot someone 24 times in the face and nothing. It's like they're standing in such a way that the bullets aren't hitting them, although you see blood flying off of them. So really horribly polished. If you're an FPS fan, you're not going to like it. I don't like first-person shooters. I really don't like this. I don't like this game at all. The ease of gameplay, it's pretty standard first-person shooter controls. They do show the controls at the start of every match, which I think is a novel idea for people that may have been away from a game for a little bit. Instead of being like, what are the controls? You know, put something on the screen while you're loading. So I do like that aspect. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump into the game and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. All right, guys, here we go. It's Vertigo FPS. And like I said, right here on the front screen, you've got this disclaimer of the music that they're using, which is okay if you're like a content creator or you're a streamer, but I don't know if this is actually legal for them to be using non-copyrighted music without a commercial license. Obviously, nowhere on the screen does it say options or credits or anything, so I think that they might be doing a no-no here. Now, as far as the options, no borderless window. You all know that's becoming a pet peeve of mine. Quality, having 6 preset options with good, beautiful, fantastic, that's just being clever with words. Good, low, medium, high, ultra, fine, whatever. You don't need to get creative. Now, multiplayer mode, if I want to join a game, there's no auto population. I don't know anybody playing the game. And I don't think anybody else is playing, so I have no way to join a game. I could host a game, but I don't think anybody's playing. As far as weapons, I'm going to show you this. This artwork is horrible. This is another one of those sketchy things. It's sketch because these look like images I've seen elsewhere, especially this one. This one looks vaguely familiar, so I think it's like art. I think it's just like public clip art. This, at a very minimum, should have been this is just 5 images. So I'm going to choose a play with bots. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't play a lot of first-person shooters. I'd never seen a bomb defuse mode before until I played Iron Sight. If somebody out there that's watching this knows of another game with a bomb defuse mode, just let me know. I'm just genuinely interested. So I'm going to pick Conquest, and there's 3 maps, and I'm going to start my game. Now, this is one thing I do like. One thing they're doing right is the controls are right here on the screen. I wish more games would allow this as an option. Like, I like to just refresh my controls just over and over and over again until I get it. This is kind of nice. No idea who the Chaos unit are or the Order units are. There's no campaign mode, so I really don't care. Now, as you can see, the first thing that happens is you have to pick a weapon, and you start with a bat. I don't understand. As I talked about the copy pasta, as you can see, this is really just the same block over and over and over again. The only novel part about the game is this Vertigo, that you can switch any side. Now, the graphics and the effects are so bad. I feel like I'm playing paintball. And you guys know, no fall damage as well. You guys know I am pretty horrible at first-person shooters. So, but even there, I was okay. Like that guy, that AI should have been on top of me right away. So I don't know why he didn't just own me. Plus, as you can see in the lower left-hand corner, the score of the match. My team and the enemy team are just going at it. Not really that impressive. I will say this concept is great. Now, as you saw, I had taken myself off of my ground and I was falling. Yeah, the no, and this is one of the weird things. Sometimes weird stuff happens. There's no jump that I can discern. But yeah, my team won the round. But as you saw, like if you followed me, I am a horrible first-person shooter player. I should not have been able to pull that off. So yeah, even the way the animations, the way the guys work, the way the guys operate, there's nothing impressive here about this combat AI. So with that, give you a little insight. I am going to depart now, and I am going to drop back into the classroom. Get out of here. So as you saw from that example, this game is going to need a lot of cleaning up. It's going to need a lot of spit and polish. I don't even think it's ready to be on early access. As you can see, I have major concerns about the game. I don't want to outright call the game a scam. Because it is a game. I mean, you can jump in there, you can play against the bots, you can play against the multiplayer. So I'm not going to call it a scam. I'm just going to say that it is a very, very poorly developed, poorly built game. $14.99 for this game is ridiculous. I'll show you why in a second. They don't plan on increasing the price, which is probably good. But this is really one of those games that should be like 99 cents in its current in its current model. You can see their Steam stats. Their all-time peak has been 1 player, and I think that was me because I was in the game testing. That $14.99, big red flag for me because, I'm going to say take a pass on this one. At $14.99, absolutely not. No way. Anything more than $1, maybe $1.99, absolutely not. There's something off on a lot of levels of this game. There's much better products from known publishers for the same price. You can get Counter-Strike Global Offensive for $14.99. You can buy Insurgency for $9.99. You can buy Rainbow Siege 6 for $14.99. And if the FPS player versus player aspect is really what you were looking for. Fortnite Battle Royale, obviously everybody knows Fortnite. That's free. Iron Sight, awesome game. I did a review on it. If you're looking for an interesting first-person shooter with some drone action, look up Iron Sight in my list of reviews. I reviewed it. I absolutely love the game. That's it, guys. I wanted to make sure that I did this. I did agree with Hoovit to do the review. Once I agree, I have to do the video. I have to clear my commitment. So if you want to talk about this game, if you want to talk about anything at all, hit me up on Discord. That's the easiest way to get me, Jalon hashtag 8446. I do stream twice a week. Come pop over there. And as always, big special thanks to my sponsors at Patreon, Jay Wirt, Luna Chaos, Maury, and my longtime benefactor, Jonathan Bentley. So that's it. Take care, guys. And like I said, take a big pass on Vertigo FPS. Hey, where are you going? You're not done yet. See these videos? This video's up here to watch. You got to go over here. Hit the chibi. Subscribe to the channel. Check out the webpage. And I'll see you guys on Twitch.